Heyo, I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We're back again with another G.I. Joe action figure review. In this episode, we're taking a look at the GIJoeClub.com exclusive figure subscription service, Wave 8, Figure 2. This is Red Laser. So this is a pretty cool figure. This is actually a figure from the Red Shadows faction, which is more, I would guess, Action Force oriented, I guess it would be the easiest way to say that. So it's basically the UK version of G.I. Joe before they did some weird stuff with G.I. Joe and took over the Action Force line. So anyways, there's some really cool history behind that. Y'all should go check out some research and figure out a little bit more about the Red Shadows, because it's actually a pretty cool line. I don't really know all that much about it, so I'm not going to try to butcher it here, but just be aware that it's a pretty cool little offshoot of the G.I. Joe line that you may not be aware of, but actually you may know more about it than I do for all I know. But anyways, it's cool. We get the Red Shadows weapons technician, Red Laser. So it does come carded on a nice looking standard G.I. Joe 25th anniversary-ish blister pack. Very nice looking. Nice artwork on the side. You'll notice it looks an awful lot like Cobra Commander. They've essentially taken the character artwork for Cobra Commander and just kind of revamped it a little bit to be the Red Laser guy, which is very similar to what they did with the figure, which we'll see in a moment, but it's really not that uncommon to see things like that happen, so yeah, it doesn't really bother me whatsoever. It's basically a new figure, just kind of a reuse of old parts. So flipping it over to the back here, we have again the larger version of the image and the file card here. We'll let you pause it right there if you'd like to take a look at the actual text and everything there. Nice Red Shadows logo there, though. Very cool looking. So again, this came from the G.I. Joe Club figure subscription service. What they did do, though, is they, for whatever reasons, the actual figure stand that comes in here is not the one they intended. So they actually sent out a separate figure stand here. This is the nice gray one. So if you're a collector out there looking for things, just know that for it to be complete, you need this gray one as well. So we'll take a look at that here in a moment when we get into the figure. But let's go ahead and look at the figure. We'll go ahead and slice this guy open here. I need some sound effects, I'm sure. So we have the figure stand and the flag underneath it there. The figure pops out on this nice blister pack here, and we can toss this to the side right now. We will go ahead and pop all this stuff out here. Figure stand, you'll notice it's the standard Cobra figure stand here. This new one here is the actual flag stand for Cobra, and it's in this nice gray material. The flag itself here is kind of slid into the back here. So we'll toss that to the side because we don't need it now. But the nice Red Shadows flag here. The flag itself is very similar to the one we got with General Flag, Admiral Flag, whatever. So accessory wise, we do have some tape holding most everything in here. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that tape open. And I will apologize right now. It is actually Kill Hall is the guy that we actually got the flag with, but he is from the USS Flag. So large laser weapon thing here. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. We got a cool blaster pistol here. We have this cool, if we can get it out of here, the actual flag head here for the actual flag. We have the flag pole that's kind of shoved in there. and we have the figure itself. So let's get him out of here. He being contrary. There we go. So cool, cool, cool. And we're also going to go ahead. So the actual gray figure stand is actually in this poly bag here with a piece of tape on it. So we're going to go ahead and slice that tape off and pop this out here. And you'll note there's actually two pieces in this bag. There is this gray bar piece with these pegs on it. That's what actually lets you snap the flag onto the flag head mast thing. And the actual figure stand itself here. So that's all the stuff we get here. So a kind of intricate flag that you have to build. Let's go ahead and zoom in here as I continue talking and being silly here. That's not too bad right there. We can make that work. Alright, so let's start with the standard figure stand here. So it is again a Cobra figure stand here. Red laser, standard in raised Cobra logo, 2 foot pegs, 2007 on the copyright there. So pretty straightforward red laser figure stand. So this is great for just the figure itself. But as we stated earlier, they do include this nice gray one, or silver I guess you could say, which matches the actual flagpole itself. And it actually does have the hole on the side of it for the actual flagpole itself to fit like that. So it's very cool. I don't know, production reasons they didn't get it included in time, so they had to send it out separately. So just be on the lookout for that. But beyond that, it's basically the same stand. It's just in a different color. It does have the raised Cobra logo, 2 foot pegs, red laser on the front, and it also has that 2007 copyright. But it does have the little hole in the back corner for the actual flagpole. So very cool. We'll come back to that in a few moments. Actually, let's just go ahead and deal with that now here. So we have this cool flagpole itself, which again doesn't have a whole lot going on to it, but you take this cool masthead thing here, which has some nice brass coloring on it. The bottom of it is an open peg hole, and on the actual staff thing here, you've got one side that is slightly smaller there, so it's basically a peg there. So you take that peg and put it into that peg hole to actually make your flag. Then on the top here, you actually have these 3 holes, if you'll notice right there. This long silver piece here actually has the 3 pegs on it. And basically what this does is you sandwich your flag in between and line it up with these peg holes. So let's go ahead and try that out. So we take the actual flag itself, which is again the Red Shadows flag. On the far left hand side, you've got 3 peg holes. So you take, and you can do this either way, front or back. I'm just going to put this on the, I'm going to put it on the back. And we're going to put it on the front. So, and back. I like the back. This just lines up just like that. You've got the 3 pegs that go in there. Then you take your actual flagpole itself, and I'm looking to see what it looks like. It looks like it's actually supposed to go on the top, so I always pick wrong. So we'll flip this over, put our pegs in from the front, like that. And then we take these peg holes and line it up with the actual peg holes on the flag stand, like so, and just snap it together. And it should pretty well snap in place. There we go, fairly easily. And you have this nice looking flagpole with your cool Red Shadows flag on it. And then you take this and peg it into the base, and you've got this cool freestanding flag. So your character would stand here and he's got the flag above him. So that's how that works. That's actually pretty cool. I do like that. So yeah, that's the accessories for the flag here. Other accessories we get are 2 weapons. We'll start with this crazy laser rifle thing here. Some decent detail work, but it's kind of plain, not got a whole lot going on. We've seen this particular weapon with a couple of other figures, so nothing special to write home about, but it's serviceable. It does its job. And our other accessory is this cool, let me get the camera to focus here. Focus. Cool blaster pistol. This actually ended up coming with Cobra Commander, I think, originally. So should look fairly familiar to you. And out of curiosity, we do not have the little peg on the back there, so this guy doesn't have a holster for his pistol. But that's okay. Moving on to the figure itself, we do have some really nice detail work on this guy. It looks really cool. Again, it's basically a repaint of Cobra Commander, but they've done a really good job on it. It doesn't really look like Cobra Commander, so that's always nice when you have a figure that's essentially a repaint that doesn't really look like a repaint. So nice job on all the actual clothing here. Again, we've seen this in the Cobra Commander figures in the past here, so but usually we have like an overcoat or something here, so this might be the first time I'm actually looking at the actual folds of cloth here. This button work in his front jacket. Nice detail work on the belt buckle. So I think that looks like a Cobra, even though it should be technically the Red Shadow logo, but still, it's a nice looking belt. Here's the back. We got some more pouches, some more cool cloth foldy things here, some cool gloves. The pants don't really have a whole lot going on, but you can kind of see, if it'll quit focusing on his hand there, it's a nice kind of braid work thing here, highlighty stuff on his pants. Cool boots. So all in all, very nice looking. The helmet is removable as with Cobra Commander here. It still looks actually pretty good here with the helmet off, to be honest with you, but I do like it with it on better. And luckily the helmet does stay on there pretty good there. It's not as slippery as some of those Cobra Commander ones we've seen, so it's a very nice job there. The head does spin 360 degrees. We do get some up and down motion, a little bit of side head tilt, not a whole lot going on there, but serviceable anyways. Standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints, standard ball and swivel at the elbow joints. We do have swivel and rocker at the wrist. That is nice. Standard chest twist, ab crunch thing there going on. I have to remember to fold his arm back there. So a lot of ab crunch there. Very nice. Standard T-hooks at the waist. Full forward, full backward motion. Very nice there. We do get double knee joints. And we do get a swivel and a rocker here at the ankle joint. So all in all, very nice job with this thing. I'm actually surprised. I was not really looking forward to this figure when it came in the mail, but having it here in my hands now, I actually am really digging it. It's a nice departure from the standard thinking of it's Cobra Commander. It's not Cobra Commander. So I will say that they did a really good job of making it so that it is not Cobra Commander, even though my brain wants it to be. But so yeah, this is a really cool figure. does a lot better than I was expecting it to. His hand's a little bit big for his blaster pistol, but not too big a deal. Again, he doesn't have a holster for the pistol. The flag is a little bit aggravating, but all in all, it's a really cool figure. I'm actually really impressed with this thing, so yes, very cool looking. You need to go pick this guy up if you haven't already. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of Red Laser. Very cool looking. Again, I'm more impressed with this guy than I thought I was going to be. So, let me know what you think about it. Do you think of it as just another Cobra Commander repaint? If you get it in person, I think you'll probably change your mind about that, because it definitely works really well as a unique character here. So, very cool looking. Again, for collectors, be sure that you're paying attention to the fact that there are two different figure stands here. You've got the gray one that actually has the actual flagpole hole in it, and you've got the black one, which is the standard one, the one that comes in the package. The gray one was a mail away kind of thing. It came separately in the mail, I guess I should say. So, anyways, there you go, Red Laser. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Be on the lookout for more awesome videos coming down the pipeline. Until next time, Yo Joe.